Okay, everybody. So this is Freestyle Friday. We don't come into these Fridays with any kind of plan. We are just going to talk about whatever pops into our head, and hopefully it translates into something that you enjoy.
This is Crude Logic. Welcome to the show.
What do we got going on in the big bad world of oil and gas today, or just in general? Let's talk about whatever's going on.
Okay, so market minute. West Texas is down 0.8% to 78.96. Brent is down 0.04% to 84.92. And natural gas is down 0.92% to 290. Current rig count for the U.S. is sitting at 581 again for the week.
581 still. Well, that's better than a decline. So good job, oil and gas. Let's keep it going. Get that rig count up. Get more guys out there working. I was looking at the news. We can't avoid talking about Iran right now. It's just the biggest thing going. Apparently, they started bombing bridges, I think either today or yesterday or something.
We did, or they're bombing their own bridges?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them at all. There's apparently an issue with some sort of school or something that they're claiming we hit, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, these things do happen sometimes in war. Mistakes do happen, but I wouldn't put it past. I mean, whenever we threatened to do this the last time and bomb their infrastructure and all that stuff, they started lining up women and children on the bridge.
I did see something about the missile that hit the school being ours, and then I saw another deal that was a clip from a guy filming on the ground. He was filming their missile silo launching, the Iranian missile silo launching the missile. The missile comes up out of the ground, and then a U.S. missile hits that missile, and they fell into the school. With AI these days, you probably could make the video, do whatever you wanted.
Nobody ever wants to see children get hurt or killed, regardless of any country, wherever they're from. Nobody's a fan of children getting killed. But the Iranians have done things that, you know, they've been given opportunities to come to the table and negotiate. But the Iranians can't be trusted ever. They've proven that. So it's going to keep happening. The thing that bothers me is that we keep getting told that we've basically eliminated any military threat that they have, but they're still blasting ships in the Strait of Hormuz. India has said we're not going to even send ships in, but they get discounted oil from Russia. So I don't know how does that affect anything with Russia? Is that what Russia wants? I mean, clearly I didn't read the whole article, but I just thought it was interesting that now people are saying we're not even sending ships in there. So I don't know. I don't know how all of it works out, but if we're starting to hit infrastructure and bridges and power grids, things can get pretty crazy. And honestly, I hope that we are securing things here as much as we're attacking over there, because this is going to have an effect for decades if they're not absolutely crippled. And here's the crazy thing too, is that now they're starting to talk about getting their proxies in Yemen to close off that strait.
Really? I don't really understand what it is exactly that Trump is asking the Iranians to do that they're refusing to do. That's the thing that's not clear. I saw that the Iranians said, you know, we've come up with a new system of government, and that the Trump administration said, no, that's not going to work. And the Iranians were like, well, then screw y'all, we're just going to roll with it. I don't really know what that means, though. Does that mean that the Iranians came to the table and said, hey, we want to be exactly what we've always been, but with less Navy? Or are they saying that they want to restructure everything and become like more of an Islamic state? Or what is the agreement that we're not okay with? I don't know.
Well, I think the biggest part of it is, you know, initially we heard in this memorandum of understanding, which again, I don't know, maybe on the international level, a memorandum of understanding is a tool that, you know, it's effective and it's considered a solid agreement internationally or whatever, but they didn't even abide by that. So if there is some sort of agreement, I don't think that they'll ever abide by it. I think that they are hell bent on destroying Western culture, specifically Israel and the United States. And it really doesn't matter what they come to the table with or what we offer them or whatever. They're going to maybe agree to it, and then they're just going to go right back to doing what they've always done. And I'm starting to really just kind of lose my empathy for it. And personally, I think that here in our country, I think that we are extremely compromised. I don't, I hope this never happens. But I feel like we are very exposed to a major terroristic event, or what scares me even more, that there's not anything terrorist wise going on. You would think with all the stuff going in Iran, and we have thousands of Iranians here in our country. And there's been sleeper cells for decades. You would think that Iran would be like, okay, green light, go do your thing. And so there's either one of two scenarios. It's either A, sleeper cells are, either scared as hell. They don't want to do anything. Iran's worried that if they do anything here in the country, in our country, that it's going to escalate the war to a level that nobody's ready for. Or there's a bigger plan, and they're just lying in wait. And that's the thing that my brain goes to is, are they lying in wait and preparing a mass like October 7th type thing? And that's what's really scary.
And as we're talking about this, I was just looking up, like, how do we fare on a cybersecurity threat level, and what is, like, from enemy standpoint, where do we fare? Are we able to defend? And so it says these are the top countries in cyber warfare right now. The United States is the top country. Our core cyber strategy is offensive deterrence, private tech innovation, and defensive push. Our primary threat is massive fragmented commercial attack surface and legacy systems. So we have outdated systems, and it's all fragmented amongst multiple commercial companies. And it's considered a massive threat because we don't have coordination. We have just a bunch of different companies defending in different ways. The second most powerful cyber country is China, and their core strategy is pre-positioning in critical infrastructure and IP theft, which means the threat is that they have pre-placed malware in power, water, and telecom infrastructures to disrupt mobilization if a war began. Their plan all along was to create and build the chips that we use in our transformers and our water supply systems and all that stuff, so that if we were ever to go to war with them, they send a command and shut down our entire system, preventing our ability to mobilize. The third is Russia. They use a core cyber strategy of disruption, political influence, state-sanctioned cyber crimes. The primary threat to the United States is they have critical infrastructure, ransomware, and massive disinformation campaigns. Iran is the fourth largest, with targeted retaliation and regional disruption. Hacktivism is their primary strategy, and they are a danger to the U.S. for opportunistic infrastructure attacks and website defacements. And then the last one, surprisingly, I'm surprised by this because they don't allow their own citizens to have access to the internet. North Korea. Their core cybersecurity strategy is cryptocurrency theft, financial extortion, and espionage. And they are considered a threat to the United States for generating illicit state revenue and funding weapons programs against us. So anyways, I just thought it kind of plays into what we're talking about. The biggest threat, in my opinion, is that we don't have a coordinated system. We've got all this fragmented, old school crap we're doing. And then China has already placed chips all throughout our infrastructure that we can just be set back into the dark age and flip of a switch.
I even said this when it happened, but I think Qatar gave that new Air Force One to us. And okay, cool. And then recently, whenever he was in Turkey, they diverted the president and put him on the old Air Force One. and then the new Air Force One met them somewhere, I think in Europe or whatever. But it doesn't make much sense to take a gift from a government like a plane, and then if you're not going to bring it back to the United States, tear that son of a bitch apart and check it for tracking systems, recording things, monitoring things.
Did they not do that? I thought that's what they. I thought it was like a 6
they
month
did,
ago they gutted it.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
I hope they did. If they didn't, they're retarded.
They probably checked it out. I don't know. But it seems like it would be easy with the technology that's out there. What, you tear a whole plane apart and you find a little microchip that big? It's like, well, if you're going to tear it apart and rebuild it, then why didn't just, I don't know, Boeing or somebody build the damn thing here in the United States? It seems kind of suspicious to me. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out this Friday. We hope everybody has a great weekend. We will be back here on Monday. So for everybody who's tuned in and listening or watching, we really appreciate it. We hope you make us part of your daily routine. Like I said, we release episodes every Monday through Friday daily, and we hope that you will check us out. So if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Follow us, like, share our stuff. You can find us on social media at Crude Logic Show. So thanks again, everybody. Until next time, remember to be safe, keep drilling, and it's only logic if it's crude logic. We'll see you Monday.
4 in the morning, coffee black, steel toes hitting an old gravel track. Hard hats on, boots in the mud, turning diesel into blood. From the Permian dirt to the Rocky Mountain snow, if the rig starts drilling, we're ready to go. Sun comes up, another 12. Ain't nobody gonna do it themselves. We drill it deep, we build this land with busted knuckles and calloused hands. This is crude logic. Welcome to the show.